PROPHECIES. Title: Guardians of Truth, Unveiling the Veil of Deception. Chapter 3, Unity in the Shadows, Building a Resilient Community. Synopsis: in this captivating chapter, Emma, David, and Sarah realize the power of unity as they forge a resilient community to fight for justice and the acknowledgement of vaccine injuries. Together, they organize support groups, both online and in person, providing a safe haven for survivors to share their stories and find solace in their shared experiences. As their community grows, they evolve into a powerful force for advocacy and awareness, inviting experts and allies to join the conversation. Through social media campaigns, rallies, and fundraising events, their united voices reach far and wide, inspiring others to break the silence surrounding vaccine injuries. The chapter delves into their journey of uncovering ancient secrets, collaborating with truth seekers worldwide, and preparing for a climactic battle against the puppet masters who seek to control humanity. Their unwavering commitment and resilience ignite an awakening, as millions begin to question, investigate, and challenge the status quo. Amid threats, surveillance, and attempts to silence them, the truth seekers stand tall, emboldened by the power of unity in their quest to expose the veiled chronicles of deception and reclaim freedom for all. In the face of adversity, Emma, David, and Sarah recognize the significance of solidarity and the strength that comes from a united community. In Chapter 3 of their journey, they delve into the profound impact of building a resilient network of individuals united by a shared purpose, the acknowledgement of vaccine injuries and the pursuit of justice. Driven by their unyielding commitment, the trio took on the responsibility of creating spaces where survivors of vaccine injuries could find solace, understanding, and empowerment. Through online platforms and in-person gatherings, they established support groups that provided a haven for survivors to share their stories, offer guidance, and connect with others who had walked a similar path. Within the nurturing embrace of this community, they encountered narratives of resilience, determination, and unwavering hope. Each person had faced their own trials, yet they were bound together by a common desire for their experiences to be recognized and to prevent others from enduring the same challenges. As these support groups grew, they transformed into powerful platforms for advocacy and education. Emma, David, and Sarah facilitated discussions on the long-term effects of vaccines, the importance of informed consent, and the necessity for comprehensive post-vaccination care. They brought in experts and professionals to contribute to the conversations, fostering an environment of collaboration, knowledge sharing, and collective action. Their unity became a beacon of change, inspiring them to extend their efforts beyond the confines of their community. Through strategic social media campaigns, grassroots initiatives, and impactful public speaking engagements, they amplified their message, ensuring it reached those who held the power to make systemic changes. They used their personal narratives to illuminate the devastating consequences of vaccine injuries and challenge the narrative that dismissed their experiences as coincidental or negligible. Recognizing that their collective voice held immense power, Emma, David, Sarah, and their expanding community came together to organize rallies, campaigns, and events that brought their message to the forefront. Public demonstrations became a tool of their advocacy, as they took to the streets with powerful visuals and impassioned speeches that demanded recognition and support for vaccine injury survivors. Their unity drew attention not only from the public but also from the media, amplifying their voice and increasing their reach. In parallel, their extensive awareness campaigns utilized the digital realm to share stories, data, and resources that countered misinformation about vaccine injuries. By leveraging storytelling, they aimed to cultivate empathy and understanding, helping the broader public grasp the challenges faced by survivors. Fundraising events became another means to bolster their advocacy. These initiatives rallied people who were equally passionate about their cause, providing financial assistance to vaccine injury survivors for specialized medical care, support services, and resources. The funds they raised were channeled into practical aid and assistance, further solidifying their community's commitment to change. In Chapter 3, the trio and their united community showcased the transformative potential of collective action, proving that when individuals come together with a shared purpose, they can challenge the status quo, amplify their message, and drive meaningful change. Their journey reveals the resilience of the human spirit and the power that arises from unity in the face of adversity. Robert Kennedy Jr., "I knew that remdesivir would kill you." "How does it kill you?" he asked. "Kidney failure, heart failure, and organ collapse. All the doctors said it." You heard it again and again. We've never seen a virus that attacks the kidneys. Because it wasn't the virus, it was the remdesivir. You want to treat them at home. Given the things that we know kill viral replication, zinc, ivermectin, HQD, and 100 other remedies that we now know dramatically reduce the spread of this disease, what was our protocol? Our protocol was to do none of that, no treatment until you go to the hospital. Then your treatment is two things that are found to kill you, ventilators and remdesivir. I knew about remdesivir because in 2019, I tried to use it for Ebola. Within 5 days of treatment, it caused lethal side effects in 54% of the people. The Safety Monitoring Board ordered him to terminate the use of that drug, and he fabricated fraudulent studies. He manipulated and orchestrated to make remdesivir the standard of care. It is homicide. And if you look at how it kills people, there are 3 ways: kidney failure, heart failure, and organ collapse. And what were people dying of during the pandemic? Kidney failure. All the doctors said it, you heard it again and again. We've never seen a virus that attacks the kidneys because it wasn't the virus, it was the remdesivir. Their community continued to thrive, drawing in not only survivors but also advocates and allies who recognized the importance of addressing vaccine injuries and supporting those affected. Through collaboration with healthcare professionals, legal experts, and researchers, they formed strong partnerships that bolstered their collective efforts. Together, they worked tirelessly to develop comprehensive studies that shed light on the prevalence, causes, and long-term effects of vaccine injuries. These studies served as a solid foundation for policy discussions and paved the way for evidence-based reforms. Robert Kennedy Jr.'s statement sheds light on a controversial aspect of the response to the pandemic. The information suggests that certain medical treatments, like remdesivir, were being administered despite potential dangers. This perspective questions the approach taken in treating COV patients and highlights the importance of evidence-based medicine. Emma, David, and Sarah's journey further underscores the significance of understanding the complexities of medical interventions. As their community expanded, they recognized the need to collaborate with experts and professionals to ensure that their efforts were grounded in sound research and data. Their partnerships with healthcare professionals, legal experts, and researchers allowed them to build a strong foundation of knowledge. By developing comprehensive studies that explored the prevalence, causes, and long-term effects of vaccine injuries, they provided a factual basis for their advocacy. Armed with evidence, they could engage in policy discussions and advocate for reforms that were grounded in scientific rigor. Their community's growth and collaboration demonstrated the power of uniting individuals who shared a common goal. This chapter highlights how their tireless work extended beyond awareness campaigns and rallies. By aligning with experts and engaging in substantive research, they aimed to bring about meaningful change in the medical field's response to vaccine injuries. As the trio navigates the intricate web of deceit and manipulation, their commitment to transparency, accountability, and justice becomes more steadfast. The next chapter of their journey promises to be fraught with challenges, yet their unwavering determination propels them forward. In a world where powerful interests attempt to control the narrative, Emma, David, and Sarah stand as beacons of hope, challenging the status quo and fighting for the truth. Emma, David, and Sarah's journey takes an even more mysterious and intriguing turn as they delve into the world of ancient knowledge and hidden truths. The encounter with the cryptic message and their subsequent exploration of the bookstore adds a layer of mystique to their quest for justice and truth. Their determination to uncover the secrets behind vaccine injuries leads them to unexpected sources of information, and the guidance of Mr. Harris, the enigmatic bookstore owner, becomes invaluable. The ancient texts they discover hold the keys to understanding not only the symbol they encountered but also the broader conspiracy they've uncovered. As they immerse themselves in the writings of the Veiled Chronicles, Emma and David begin to piece together the history of the Guardians of Truth. This order's mission to preserve knowledge and resist manipulation resonates with their own pursuit of exposing the hidden truths surrounding vaccine injuries. The cryptic clues and hidden codes within the manuscripts propel them forward, leading them to revelations that stretch across centuries and link present-day power structures to ancient wisdom. Their collaboration with Mr. Harris introduces them to a world of secret societies, archives, and individuals who hold critical pieces of the puzzle. This partnership becomes essential in navigating the complexities of their investigation. As Emma, David, and Sarah continue to uncover layers of deception and manipulation, their journey becomes a blend of modern-day investigation and historical exploration. The ancient texts guide their steps, helping them to piece together a narrative that connects the dots between the past and the present, revealing a vast and intricate web of influence and power. Their unyielding determination, combined with the insights from Mr. Harris and the wisdom of the ancient texts, sets the stage for a confrontation with the puppet masters and a battle for truth and justice that spans across time itself. In this chapter, Emma, David, and Sarah's journey evolves into an intricate tapestry of mystery, intrigue, and relentless pursuit as they inch closer to unveiling the full extent of the conspiracy they're up against. RFK Jr. is dropping truth bombs. Listen and learn. Sounds like my guy, Ron Paul. The framers of the Constitution did not include a pandemic provision in the Constitution. They wrote it for challenging times, not for any situation. No, you can't suspend the Constitution for any reason, even if the country is in turmoil or if people are dying. The rights are paramount, just as they were in 1776 when the generation fought for their lives, livelihoods, and property. Once the government obtains power, it will never willingly relinquish it, as this is a fundamental principle of political science. Additionally, every power they acquire will eventually be exploited to its maximum potential. RFK Jr.'s perspective echoes the sentiments of many who are concerned about the balance between individual rights, government power, and crisis situations. He emphasizes that the framers of the Constitution did not include specific provisions for pandemics or other emergencies, indicating that the rights enshrined in the Constitution should remain paramount regardless of the circumstances. His comparison to challenging times in history, such as the American Revolution in 1776, highlights the enduring importance of protecting individual rights, livelihoods, and property. The idea that the government, once granted power, may be reluctant to relinquish it aligns with the concept that the accumulation of authority can lead to potential abuses and overreach. RFK Jr.'s viewpoint resonates with a broader discourse on the tension between individual freedoms and collective interests during times of crisis. His words reflect concerns about the potential erosion of civil liberties in the name of public safety, and the idea that any power granted to the government should be carefully scrutinized to prevent misuse. His analogy between historical events and contemporary challenges raises questions about the proper role of government in addressing crises, and the importance of ensuring that measures taken are consistent with constitutional principles and protections. Much like Ron Paul, RFK Jr. seems to advocate for a vigilant approach to government actions, emphasizing the need for transparency, accountability, and a respect for the fundamental principles that underpin democratic societies. This perspective underscores the ongoing dialogue around civil liberties, government authority, and the delicate balance between security and freedom. Amidst the weight of responsibility and the revelation of interconnected lies, Emma and David find themselves stepping into a role far greater than they could have anticipated. Their mission has evolved into a battle against forces that manipulate society, a journey fueled by a desire for truth, justice, and the liberation of humanity from the shadows of deception. The stories of those who have dared to challenge the status quo serve as beacons of inspiration for Emma and David. They recognize the potential within themselves to be catalysts for change, to stand up against the secrecy that has held humanity captive for generations. With every revelation, they gather strength, knowing that their pursuit is part of a lineage of truth seekers. The Chronicles of Truth offers insight into a world of secret societies and power dynamics that have shaped the course of history. Armed with this knowledge, Emma and David pledge to be torchbearers, vowing to continue the legacy of those who have fought against the darkness of manipulation and control. Driven by purpose, Emma and David begin to strategize. They understand that their battle requires not only determination but also careful planning. They envision a future where transparency and justice prevail, and they are willing to forge alliances, gather evidence, and marshal resources to make that vision a reality. United in purpose and resolve, they recognize the need to amplify their message. The response they receive demonstrates that their quest for truth resonates with countless others who have felt the impact of manipulation and deceit. They understand the importance of uniting voices to challenge the conspiracy that has held sway for far too long. With the technical expertise of Sarah, they create a sanctuary for truth seekers. The encrypted online platform becomes a space where individuals from diverse backgrounds come together to share evidence, experiences, and insights. Survivors of vaccine injuries, victims of corporate manipulation, and whistleblowers find solace in this community united by a common purpose. As moderators of the platform, Emma, David, and Sarah not only curate information but also foster connections and provide support. Together, they weave a narrative of truth through evidence, testimonies, and expert analysis. Their efforts build an unassailable case against the puppet masters who have hidden in the shadows, manipulating the world for their own gain. With determination, unity, and a growing community of truth seekers, Emma and David's journey continues to unfold. As they shine a light on the darkness of deception, they forge a path toward a future where transparency, justice, and the liberation of humanity prevail. Peter A. McCullough, MD, miles per hour. I testified that in 2020, former White House Peter Navarro, who oversees commerce operations in the White House, called me early in the pandemic because the United States government had secured a strategic stockpile of hydroxychloroquine, and he was very anxious to get this distributed out to Americans. People within the White House, including Rick Bright, were actively blocking his ability to do that. Rick Bright subsequently joined the Vaccine Consortium Rockefeller Foundation. To give you an idea, Clive Palmer, a former member of Parliament in Australia, secured an entire stockpile of hydroxychloroquine for the entire country of Australia. The Australian government seized it and destroyed the stockpile. So, what happened worldwide was a systematic suppression of early treatment. I believe this was done to further the vaccine agenda. If hydroxychloroquine did not work, these governments and people wouldn't care. They took illegal actions to prevent people from receiving hydroxychloroquine, and similar things happened without ever making. Dr. Peter A. McCullough's testimony highlights a series of events and actions that took place during the early stages of the COVID pandemic. According to his testimony, there were efforts to secure and distribute hydroxychloroquine, a medication that gained attention as a potential treatment for COVID. Dr. McCullough mentions that former White House official Peter Navarro was eager to distribute hydroxychloroquine to the American population as part of a strategic stockpile. However, he suggests that there were obstacles and resistance within the White House to carrying out this distribution. Dr. McCullough also alludes to the actions taken by other governments, specifically mentioning Australia, where Clive Palmer reportedly secured a stockpile of hydroxychloroquine for the country but faced opposition from the government, which allegedly seized and destroyed the stockpile. The central claim in Dr. McCullough's testimony is that there was a systematic suppression of early treatment options like hydroxychloroquine, which he believes was driven by an agenda to promote vaccines. He suggests that if hydroxychloroquine was not considered effective, governments and individuals wouldn't have gone to such lengths to prevent its use. It's important to note that the information presented here reflects Dr. McCullough's perspective and claims. These claims may be subject to debate and scrutiny within the scientific and medical communities. The chapter unfolds with an aura of tension and resolve, capturing the essence of a high-stakes battle for truth and justice. Emma, David, and their allies continue to defy the odds, demonstrating unwavering determination in the face of unrelenting opposition. Their efforts to dismantle the layers of deception evoke a sense of anticipation and suspense, drawing readers into their struggle against the entrenched powers of manipulation. The narrative artfully blends suspenseful encounters with strategic maneuvers, creating a dynamic tapestry of events that keep readers on the edge of their seats. Moments of danger and intrigue are punctuated by displays of courage and resourcefulness, highlighting the protagonist's resilience and their unyielding commitment to uncovering the truth. In a pivotal turning point, the collective efforts of the truth seekers begin to bear fruit. The narrative captures the power of their actions as they ignite a spark of curiosity and awakening in the masses. The emotional impact of this shift is palpable, as individuals begin to question the narratives they've been fed and open their eyes to the possibility of a hidden reality. As the chapter concludes, a sense of hope emerges, both for the protagonists and for the wider world. The journey of Emma, David, and their allies is far from over, but their unwavering pursuit of truth has set in motion a transformation that will shape the future. The narrative leaves readers eagerly anticipating the next phase of the battle, eager to witness the ultimate clash between those who seek control and those who champion freedom and transparency.